Cooking with your girl Judy. I bet y'all are wondering, why do I have 17 cups of stuff? I'm making a Remoulade sauce, and it's gonna go on crab and corn fritters. Okay? Me and my husband went to New Orleans once before, and we ate these corn fritters, and it had that Remoulade sauce on it. And I found it in a book. It's been like 2 years ago when we were in New Orleans, and I found it in a book, and I want to try to make it. So you have the sauce. I'm going to do the sauce first. Then I'm going to do the crab and corn fritters next. Okay? I'm going to introduce all my flavors to you and show you what you got to have if you decide you want to make this. Actually, you can eat it on fish, crab cakes, lobsters, or anything you want to eat it on for a seafood. So, let me show you what you got to have. You got to have 2 large egg yolks. And I'm gonna break these down and make and get the yolk out of it. Okay. Then you will need a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Then you will need 1/2 cup of finely chopped scallions, and I got that over here. Okay, 1/2 cup of finely chopped scallions. 1/2 cup of finely chopped celery. One-4 cup of chopped fresh parsley. And there it is right there. 1/4 cup of prepared horseradish. There it is right there. 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. And there it is right there. 1 bay leaf crumbled up. Okay, and I've got 1 bay leaf here, and I got it crumbled up, but it's all gonna go in a food processor. Okay, so I've got the bay leaf. Okay, let me see what else. Horseradish. Okay, 2 tablespoons of Creole mustard. There it is right there, over there in that corner. Creole mustard. I chose the Zatarain's. Now I hope you're writing this down, because this is a good sauce. This is a real good sauce. I've got 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and there it is right there. Let me see if you can see it. Is it over in that corner? There it is right there. 2 tablespoons of ketchup. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. You got 2 mustards. You got the Dijon, then you got the Creole. 1 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. And this is what it looks like. I'm trying not to knock these little cups over, because I done knocked them over one time. Several of them. 1 tablespoon of Tabasco sauce. There it is. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. 3 tablespoons of drained capers. I could not find capers in the grocery store. Now, one of our stores said that they had them, but they were out. So, I'm quite sure we won't miss it in all of this. 2 tablespoons of paprika. No, 2 teaspoons. I'm sorry, 2 teaspoons of paprika. And 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now that I have introduced everything up here, I'm going to separate my egg. Take the yolk and put in the food processor. And I'm going to let you see me do that, but I'm going to have to move some of this stuff out of the way, so I will be right back. And mind you, this is a really good sauce on crab fritters. I mean, it calls for a lot of stuff, but it'll be good. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to separate my egg. And I'm going to hold on to the yolk. I'm keeping the yolk. Now I'm going to add my oil. A little bit at a time. I'm going to add the other half. Okay, I was supposed to do it for a minute, and then I want to see if it's thick. I always have the hardest times getting, oh, there we go. Yes, it's thick. See? Okay, then it says add all the remaining ingredients and process also. So I'm going to put the salt in. The paprika. The garlic. Tabasco sauce. The Dijon mustard. This is a lot of stuff. Worcestershire sauce. White wine vinegar. Ketchup. Creole mustard. bay leaf, crumbled up. Just y'all seeing what kind of concoction she making. Lemon juice. And I tripped over the tripod. I'm trying to keep my big old feet out the way. Horseradish, prepared. Parsley flake. And that's it. All except for the onions, the scallions, and the celery. Okay, I'm going to put the top back on. Okay, let me look at it, see what it's doing. Gosh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna taste it, see if it tastes like that we had in New Orleans. Oh. Oh, it tastes better. Oh. I'm gonna mix it just a little bit more. Okay. Ah. Okay, now I'm going to let this sit in the cooler for 2 hours. And that's your Remoulade sauce. And it can go on fish. You can dip it in dip shrimp in it. You can do those seafood mukbangs if you want. This is real good sauce. And now I'm going to go over here and mix up my crab corn fritters. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back with the crab and corn fritter recipe. And this is what you're going to need for your crab cakes. Lump crab meat. I got 2 packages. And each package is 6 ounces. And I need a pound. So that's going to do for that. You will need 1 cup of yellow cornmeal. Half a cup of all-purpose flour. 1½ teaspoon of baking soda. No, baking powder. 1½ teaspoon of baking powder. I'm sorry. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Salt to taste, but I don't think I'm going to use salt. I'm going to use Old Bay seasoning and Tony Zachary Creole seasoning. for the salt, for the taste. You will need 2 eggs beaten. Half a cup of buttermilk. Let me see, half a cup of buttermilk. 1½ teaspoon of fresh lime juice. 4 tablespoons of butter, which comes out to be a stick of butter. 1½ cup of whole kernel corn, which comes out to be 1 can of corn. And it is the 15.25 ounce can of corn. And I strained it and I drained the juice off of it. So there you go. And you will need half a cup of finely chopped red bell peppers. You will need 2 scallions, just 2 scallions, or I use green onions or what do you call them? We're going to call them scallions. You'll need 2 sticks of that scallion and chop it up real fine. And we've already mentioned the crab meat, okay? That's what you're going to need for your crab corn fritters. And I'm going to get ready to mix my dry ingredients, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, now I'm going to add the cornmeal, the flour, baking soda powder. I get them two mixed up. Baking powder and the baking soda. And I'm going to mix them up real good. And remember I said I wasn't adding the salt. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of Old Bay seasoning and a teaspoon of Tony Zachary Creole. Mixing them well. Putting it to the side. Now I'm going to mix my wet ingredient. 2 eggs. Buttermilk. And lime juice. And I'm gonna mix it really well. Mix it good. Now I'm going to mix it together, dry and wet. Okay. Now I'm going to go over here to the other side and mix my corn up. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to put a stick of butter in my pan. I'm going to melt it up real good. And this is when I'm going to add my corn, bell pepper, and scallion, the green onion. Then I'm going to let it cook for about 5 minutes until it softens. And like I said, this was a dish my husband and I had when we were in New Orleans, and it was wonderful. I'm going to add the corn. Red bell pepper. And scallions. The green onions. And I'm going to let this cook for about maybe 5 minutes until it softens. And I'll be back. Okay guys, I have cooked the corn on the stove for about 5 minutes. And I let it cool off a little bit. But I'm going to pour it into my cornmeal flour mixture. And I'm going to pour the lump crab meat in. I'm going to mix it up gently with a fork. And I checked on my remoulade sauce, and it is, look like the more it stays in the refrigerator, the better it gets. And it tastes wonderful, just by itself. Okay. Now I'm gonna pat out me some patties. Like some little appetizer sizes. appetizer. I don't know if I can say that word good. Appetizers. Okay. I'm going to use the ice cream scooper. And I'm not going to fill it all the way up. I'm going to fill it about halfway. And this is a little small scooper. It's not a big scooper at all. And I'm going to do about maybe 8. I'm going to stick them in the refrigerator for the remaining time as the Remoulade sauce is staying in for about maybe, it's already been in there about an hour. So I'm going to stick these in the cooler for about another hour. I don't want to take you through the whole process, but I'm going to do about maybe about 3 more of these. And I'll be back after 1 hour. Okay, I'm fixing to fry my little corn fritters. Let me see if the grease is hot enough. Okay. And like I said, I'm gonna get them in appetizer sizes, little small sizes, like that, like a little handful. And I got them on medium high. And I'm gonna let them cook on each side for about maybe 4 to 5 minutes. And I think I'm going to get all of them in here, because they're so tiny. Okay, there you go. I'm going to let them cook for 4 to 5 minutes on each side. And I'll return. Okay guys, here, I called them over there corn fritters. I didn't mean that. Here are my crab and corn fritters with the remoulade sauce. I googled Alexis and asked her to pronounce it for me, and she said it was remoulade sauce. Remoulado. Remoulade. Okay? I'm going to try one and hope it's just as good as New Orleans. They look like it. I was raised in Baltimore, and I love crabs. I love crab anything. Crab cakes, crabs. I love crabs. So, let me give it a try. This is so good. This is really good. It tastes just as good as the one in New Orleans. This is so good. The sauce is tangy. Really tangy. It's like you done squeeze a lemon on them in your sauce. Yeah, I'm a crab freak. I love crabs. Anything with crab in it, I can go for it. This is delicious. And I hope you'll try it. Even though it had a lot of stuff to go in it. Let me get a little bit more of that sauce. Yes. Okay. Subscribe, like, comment to my video. Crab and corn fritters with remoulade sauce. I had to keep looking back to see how I say it. Because, honey, it had a funny name when we were in New Orleans, and it still got a funny name. This is so good. And they little bitty. You can use them for appetizers. This is wonderful. Uh-oh, dropped out my mouth. Stay humble. Be blessed. And y'all have a good day. This is so good. Crab and corn fritters with the remoulade sauce. Y'all ain't gotta go home, but you sure gotta get out of here. Bye for now.